We recognize that as Israeli courts have, that legal conclusions relating to individual settlements must depend on an assessment of specific facts and circumstances on the ground. Therefore, the United States government is expressing no view on the legal status of any individual settlement.
A historic reversal. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo reversing a major Obama administration policy on Israel, announcing the U.S. would no longer consider Israeli settlements in the West Bank to be illegal under international law. Here to react is Ambassador Danny Danon, Israel's ambassador to the UN. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. I'm wondering why this statement is important, given the fact that America moved the embassy, is seen around the world to be an ally of Israel, and the president has made so many moves to support Israel. Why is it important to make a statement like this, reversing what John Kerry said on his way out?
Good afternoon, Alyssa. Indeed, it's a very important decision, and we are grateful for that. It is another reality check for the Palestinians. Basically, the U.S. administration telling the Palestinians, enough, let's talk business, let's talk about peace. And we are ready for that. We are ready to negotiate directly with the Palestinians. They cannot go back for 70 years and blame Israel for everything. That's what happened with Jerusalem, with the move of the embassy. Now what's happening today, because they are coming to the UN almost every day, blaming Israel for everything, complaining that the building in Judea and Samaria is illegal under international law, which it is not the case. And I think what Secretary Pompeo did today was the right thing, straightening the record straight and telling the Palestinians, come back to the negotiating room, speak with the Israelis.
Yeah. These were some of the criticisms from Amy Jaffe from the Council on Foreign Relations about this specifically, and I'm interested in hearing you respond. She said that some of the settlements don't get us any closer to peace. They actually get us further from that place. You say that you want to find peace between these two populations. How do you respond to her criticism there? Is that possibly true?
First, we proved that we are capable of signing peace treaties. We did it with Egypt more than 40 years ago. We did it with Jordan more than 25 years ago. And we have strong peace treaties with these two important nations. We can do that with the Palestinians, but they need to come, recognize Israel, and negotiate with Israel. The settlements are not the problem. They are not obstacle to peace. I think, on the contrary, at the end of the day, we will have to live together, Israelis and Palestinians. And I think the Palestinians have to realize that they will have to recognize Israel and to live with us in the same area.
Yeah, and would you then in turn recognize them?
Indeed, when we have negotiations, we make compromises. We proved it with Egypt and Jordan, but they have to sit with us, negotiate with us, not come to the UN and pass empty resolutions. That's what they did when the Secretary Kerry and President Obama passed a resolution in the Security Council condemning Israel building in Judea and Samaria, our presence in Jerusalem, the holy site of Jerusalem. It wasn't helpful. It wasn't connected to reality. I think what happened today is actually sending a message to the Palestinians: recognize Israel, come back to the negotiating room.
Can I ask you, I know this is kind of on the fly, but I've been watching a lot of videos on Twitter and elsewhere that are showing uprisings in Iran, more of the people trying to push back against the government, as the Iranian government, has not used the money that came in as a result of, this deal that happened in the past to help their people and stand by their people. Instead, they sponsor terror. Israel's a great source of information on what's going on inside of Iran. Do you think that these uprisings, some of the pictures and the videos we're seeing, is it real? Is it big? Will it make a difference? What's happening?
It's very important. First, let's look at the numbers. $7 billion a year, that's the amount of dollars that the Iranians are investing on terrorism in the entire Middle East. We see it everywhere: Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, even in the Gaza Strip. And the Iranians are saying enough with that. We see what's happening to our economy because of the sanctions. And we speak directly to the Iranians, and we know that they are suffering. We have nothing against them. We want the regime to change, and hopefully they will continue speaking up. They will continue to put pressure, and hopefully we will see a change in that regime.
Yeah, and see those people finally have freedom. Ambassador, thank you for coming on. We always appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you very much, Melissa.
Yes.